Hey everybody, what's up? It's 8-Way Funds here. Today I have a bit of a different video than what I normally do. This is going to be a Tira playstyle guide, and I plan on making multiple of these. Probably about 4, more than likely. Because a lot of Tiras tend to do the same thing. Everyone tends to have the same tricks up their sleeve, and it gets to a point where most Tiras are pretty predictable. You can normally start a game in knowing exactly what Tira's going to do, when she's going to do it, and you can just kind of use knowledge on her to win before you've even had a chance to really play the set with the person, right? So I've had having a lot of success offline and online like this with my own little unique playstyle that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, because this is my preferred playstyle for Tira, which is Poke Tira or Zoner Tira. You can call it either one. This also isn't my normal format, as you guys can see. I'm kind of copying the main man Sway right now, or Swee, with his format for Tekken videos. And if you guys are in the Tekken, the link to his channel will be down below, because he is damn good at Tekken. But yeah, so I'm gonna be just kind of using this format here to help you guys get a hold of this. I think it's a really good format to help people learn, to help people to understand, and there's no annoying text you have to read, right? You can just kind of listen, chill out, and cut back to wherever you want to go to. And if you guys like this format, please let me know so I know to keep doing this format. So anyways, let's get into the video. So Poke Tira. Obviously with Jolly and Gloomy, you have to understand both movesets. And a lot of people are going to tell me, and they have told me, Pokey Gloomy, that's not real. You know, Gloomy has good frames. You should be rushing people down. You should be mashing them. You know, you should be frame trapping them. And I don't personally agree with that playstyle. I think it's viable, but I think it's predictable. And I think people can kind of get in your head like that. They can be like, well, I know he wants to be frame trapping me. I know most of his frame traps are highs. I'm gonna blindly crouch and get a punish. So let's go over what you want to do as Jolly. These are the main moves. This is what makes it viable. The biggest move that makes this work is 8-8 and 2-2 bait. And the reason that this move is so good is it has very good range for Jolly standards. I mean, this is just really good, this range, right? This is like more than most of her range. Same with her 6B series as well. On top of that, let's put you into Gloomy. It's safe on block. So for all those of you who don't know, Gloomy's 5A, and this is specific to Gloomy, not Jolly. Gloomy's 5A is an I-12. So it's a lot easier to test with than the headbutt, which is 4K, due to range issues. So 8-8B, block, I'm safe. I'm completely safe, she does it. So this move is safe to I-12s. The only character who can even get close to punishing it is Taki with her I-10s. And I believe this move is actually only -8, if my memory serves properly. -8 or -9. So even Taki can't actually punish this move. So that's a very good move to have. It's very good to understand you have that in your kit. A lot of Tiras do not do this. Another thing about it is the 8-8B attack actually has an extending hitbox on the second strike, only the second. So, as you guys can see, right, you can kind of see it on the actual attack, but if I keep doing this, you see there, I actually missed the first one, and then hit her with the second one. See, so it's very good to understand you have this. A lot of Tiras don't actually know that happens. They don't actually know the second hit extends. This means you can miss and then catch someone off trying to punish you. Personally with me, one example I have is I missed the first hit, and a Mitsurugi tried using his critical edge on me, only to get hit by the second attack of it, and lose a whole bar of meter. So because he didn't understand that the hitbox extends slightly. Which is very useful. You need to understand things like this for Poke Tira. Like, you have to understand the very minute details. Which is something that a lot of people don't actually get on Tira. A lot of people don't pay attention to that. Another very good thing you can do on Tira. Let's see. Let's get you back in Gloomy. Another really good thing you can do on Tira is your 4-4A series. So due to practice mode, sometimes it won't actually do the AA after the series in training, but the move is safe through I-12s. I promise you, you have my word, it's safe to I-12s. So 4-4 AA. Oh wow, Gloomy can actually do it. And you see there, I'm not getting punished when she stands up to aid me. That's weird. This doesn't work with Keelik, so training mode's a little weird. But yeah, so this is safe to I-12s. Because remember, Gloomy's 5A is I-12, and Jolly's is I-14. So 4-4 AA, very safe. Same thing with 4-4 AB. I think spacing might be an issue here for this to show this. Really fast, let's get our Nigo wall. That way we can very quickly just not lose the spacing, just so I can show that off real fast. As you can see, safe to Gloomy's 5A still. Training mode, have mercy. Thank you. So yeah, so those two moves already really good. A8B and 4-4A series. Please keep in mind the 4-4A by itself is I believe -14. So it's roughly -14, -13. So the A by itself, the 4-4A by itself, is mostly safe, but you can get hit if you're not careful with when you use it. But against certain characters like Taki, proper spacing, even just feinting it, is a fully good option. But you see there, I can't block it in time. Gloomy's I-12 can hit me. Another really good thing about the 4-4A series is that on counter hit, it actually does a knockdown. Why was that not a counter hit? Oh yeah, that's fine. We can actually just do this then. We can do stand, first guard, and we just get a natural counter hit. And you can see there on an actual counter hit, which I don't know why training mode's not using properly, it actually is a hard knockdown. Which means this move will leave you heavily plus on counter hit. And then if it's not counter hit, if it's just, let's say you just hit them. Why are you guarding both of them? Why are you guarding both of them? Hey, excuse me. There you go. So on normal hit, it is about -3. Yeah, it's about -3, -2 on normal hit. Does 20 damage though. It's a mix-up, and this catches step. And the 4-4-8B does nothing on counter hit, just does some extra damage. So that's your mix-up though. That's how you want to mix people up really when they're approaching you. Another really good tool to use when you are trying to zone people as when you're trying to zone people as Jolly, another really good tool is obviously the 6B series. So this is -8. So this is safe. 6B, completely safe on block. The 6BK, also safe on block. The 6BK is -14, I believe. Not -14, it's safe. The 6BK is roughly -10. And this is only -8. The 6BB is -8, the 6BK is -10, around there. Just know that both options are completely safe to go. Another good move, specifically for the Taki and the Talon matchup, is B4. Because this move backsteps and gives you a mid hitbox, what happens is if Talon or Taki try to rush you down with any of their stances, Taki tries to 6-6K you, you do this, you interrupt the stance, you get a free counter hit, and you actually get your turn back for retreating. Other than that, this move is kind of bad. It's minus on block to the point where you can get punished, very linear, etc. It's not that useful outside of those situations. Those are your primary tools to poke Tira. Obviously, you have the standard moves. You don't want to do this because this is actually, I believe, -14 exactly. Let's find out. Yeah, so that is actually -14 exactly. So I-12s can punish you still. This is also heavily punishable. But so much so even Jolly's 5A can do it, which is I-14. This is exactly -14. Is it? -16 maybe Jolly's 5A bugged out there for a second. So about -14, -16-ish. These are moves you want to do as a hard read, really. You want to throw these in neutral if you're reading, or if you're knowledge checking. If maybe the enemy doesn't know what your character does. And obviously, you have your standard 5A pokes, 5B pokes, things like that. You have these kind of pokes. The standard stuff after that. Now let's go to Gloomy. Gloomy with zoning is actually really good outside the Sophidia matchup. If you are against Sophidia, you really shouldn't even try this playstyle in the first place, because you can't use Gloomy in this playstyle. So first off, let's talk about Gloomy's 6A. So Gloomy's 6A is a very high range attack. It's completely safe on block, so you will not get punished for it. Like, I don't think even Taki can do it. On counter hit, it guarantees a 6B follow-up. And you can also condition people. So, for example, you can condition someone where if you're just going to keep throwing only a 6A at them, then they see the 6A leader in, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna come close that gap." Then you commit to a B, and you can actually get free pressure on them. And the B follow-up is also safe on block. So, once again, now you have another kind of pseudo 50-50 to maintain safety and pressure. But please be aware that Gloomy's 6A does do self-harm damage. So at lower health percentages, be careful with it. One of the best things you have as Gloomy is the 4A plus B. I know I'm on Jolly right now showing this, but the 4A plus B actually leaves you plus on block by about 2. So it doesn't matter what their attack speed is. You can do this and then interrupt them. You got a lot of leeway here. So keep that in mind. The Gloomy 4A plus B is a high. So if you use it too much, they might start twitch ducking you. Or they might just stop attacking after it. But it is a plus on block horizontal high. So if let's say someone's approaching you, you step back, 4A plus B, they either get hit and they get step killed, or they block it and now you're plus and you can continue your turn. You can now make a move. 4-4K is also a really good move, safe on block. It actually crushes highs and lows at the same time. So right here, it actually crushes highs. At the very beginning of the startup, you will crush highs. And right before that, you'll crush lows. So when Tira is going into the handstand, you're crushing lows. And when her hands first touch the floor, you are still crushing highs. Making it a really good move to use up close. But beware, it's neutral, it's linear, so be very careful. If the enemy does even the slightest of steps, they'll beat you out. And then when you kind of combine all of this into a game, you can be really devastating, especially if you're playing for mood changes. So let's say, round start, I walk up, I 1B you, which by the way, let me show that really fast too now that I'm doing it. So 1B is safe on block as well. But once again, linear, you can step it easily. So let's say at the start of the round, I walk up, I 1B you, and I instantly just walk away, right? And let's say you didn't block and you got hit. So now I have a health lead. Now what I do is I step back and I taunt. And I go for mood changes. Now, what the enemy has to do is they have to decide how long they want to wait to try and punish me for it, first off. Second off, if for any reason they want to try and time it out, I have the health lead. They still have to come approach me first. Let's say I'm in Jolly, I want to go to Gloomy, and they try interrupting me, 6B. Taunt, B4. Taunt, 8B. So, it's really good to play like this. You can really abuse the fact that taunting is a thing on Tira. Because no one wants to give you Coda. So, Coda actually forces pressure on the enemy. Let's say someone wants to time you out. There's 15 seconds on the clock. They have a very substantial health lead on you. Walk back, let them time you out, as long as it's not the last round. Taunt. Just keep getting mood changes. Now, the enemy has to decide, do they want to time you out and give you free Coda, or do they want to try and close out the game faster to deny you the mood changes? If they give you Coda, you now have an advantage in the remaining rounds. And if they choose to try and stop you, they put that round right there at risk that they're trying to time you out on. So Tira is a character who can force you to never time her out while also being extremely potent at timing out herself. And before we end this video, because I'm pretty bad at this. I'm pretty bad at the whole talking to the mic thing. So I feel like I'm not as informative as I should be, guys, and I'll try and fix that if I make a second video like this. But before we end it, let me just showcase one more thing here. So 8-8 and 2-2K and Jolly, safe, by the way. So if someone does close that gap on you, Sophia, what you can do is just kick, it's a mid, you get pressure. You can possibly hit them, get a trade off, it's safe, so you can kind of relieve yourself there. And then the same with Jolly. You can do hers, that's not what I wanted. You can do her kick, and you're still safe. So Jolly and Gloomy both have safe 8-way run 8s and 2 kicks. Or 8-8 and 2-2 kicks. That's all for the video right now, guys. If you guys like this at all, please let me know in the comments, or just tell me on Twitter, because I'm gonna be posting it there too, which will also be in the description. And yeah, I stream every weekend, so if you guys want to also stop by the stream, I can show you guys a thing or two if you want. When people ask me how do you do this on Tira or things like that, I am willing to go into training mode on stream and just educate some people. I love helping people get into this character. I love this character. But yeah, guys, that's going to be all for me today. I hope you guys learned a few things, at least found a few moves you don't use often enough. On a side note, 4-4 being Gloomy is really good as well with this strategy, but it's a hard read. Throwing this out in neutral is actually pretty scary. You can get interrupted, you can get stepped. So this is if you're gonna like hard read somebody. You can use this again, get like 70 damage free poke, I think it is. Let's see. Yeah, about 72 free damage of counter hit poke, and then run away. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be all today. So seriously, I hope you guys learned something. Anything about this character, even the slightest bit of information you did not know helps. And it lets me know, okay, I taught someone something. Hopefully I'll be doing more of these in the future. I really do like talking about Tira's playstyles. There's a lot you can do with this character. She's very open-ended. And I hate to see people go on the cookie cutter stuff with her. And, yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. And, have a good day, and if it's your birthday, have a good fucking birthday.